So I represent Gautami Enclave. We are a colony in Kondapur on the Botanical Garden Road, and uh, we are a colony of 1,000 families. Next, yeah. I don't think this slide needs any explanation. Water shortage is what we are all discussing about. So I'll go ahead. Yeah, take a pause here. So as I said, we are a colony of 55 apartments, 55 individual apartments, 5-storied, all of them, and 1,000 families. So 1,000 families would mean about 3,500 to 4,000 residents. We are on the Botanical Garden Road, Kondapur. We have a serious problem with water. We don't have groundwater. That's common knowledge these days. Water tankers are only going expensive by the day. And municipal water, though we have a connection, that's not good enough. It comes once in 3 or 4 days, and that's just for about half an hour to 1 hour, just not enough for us. Now, in such a situation, what do we do? This colony, I represent the Welfare Association. I'm the president of the association, and we have taken many other initiatives like we are a safe and smart colony and so on. We have CCTV cameras, so this and that. But then what's the point in having a safe and smart colony where we don't have water? Right? So, and then we thought, what should we do? I mean, what next? Do we live like this or do we do something? And then we conceptualized something called Project Neer. Neer in Sanskrit means water. Now, again, so there's nothing new. It's all basic, very common sense. And we use the same formula of reduce, reuse, and recycle. So what we did, we did a lot of research. We did a lot of Googling. We did a lot of meeting consultants. One of our consultants, Sai, is here. And then we thought we need a solution that is affordable, scalable, and within our time bound so that we can start implementing it. So to reduce, what do we do to reduce? Each of the buildings that we stay in, apartments, has a water meter. Good. But does every flat have a water meter? No, it doesn't. So what happens? You buy water for the building. But once you buy, everyone is at their will and wish to use the water. Right? So it's as good as saying, just imagine if you have electricity, if you don't have electricity meters in your flats, people will just use as they wish. And that's exactly what's happening with water. You have a meter for your building, you don't have a meter for your flat in all apartments, right? And then we started introducing water meters for every flat. This is how it looks. They are very simple, very affordable. Each water meter costs about 12,000 rupees per flat. Yes, it is a one-time investment, 12,000 per flat, but you will break even within 9 to 12 months is our experience. 9 to 12 months, you'll break even, you'll recover that 12,000, and post which you'll start making money. So these are the water meters that are introduced for every building, every flat. And what happens is sometimes your tap is open and you leave, you go out of station, or there's a leakage and you can't do anything about it because your door is locked. The watchman just can't do anything about it. So the meters also have a knob so that your watchman can go and close it. So immense saving, immense benefits, very practical, very affordable. This is one, step one, reduce. Next, recycle. What do we do? So we have gone ahead with the basic water harvesting pits. This is something in Koduguntal, Ontario. So this is very basic. We have 100 water harvesting pits within our colony. Is that enough? No, definitely not. What next? So in our colony, there are some areas which are low-lying and the flow of water is extremely high. And it flows, when it rains heavily, the water flow is very high and the water harvesting pits are just not able to capture the water. So what do? We created something called injection pits. What is an injection pit? It's nothing but a bore well dug up to a level of 100 feet so that it can capture any amount of water. Sai has been able to help us with that technology, and we have 3 such injection pits in across the colony. So wherever we have high flow, high discharge of water, the rainwater, we have injection pits. Next, rainy water filters. You can see the image there. Now, this is a game changer, and I would request your attention here. What is rainy water filter? This is nothing but all the water that gets collected on the roof of your building goes through this filter. This filter is put in your building. It goes through the filter, and then it directly gets into your sump. And then you can start using this water for everything except your kitchen. Right? Rainwater is one of the purest forms of water. Unfortunately, we are leaving it on the road and it goes and joins the drainage system. So this filters we have started implementing across all our buildings in the colony. We have 55 buildings and 20 buildings have already adopted this technology. I'll tell you further details. Apart from the filters, we have you can see the picture of a water harvesting pit, very basic. And then the last thing that we want to do, we haven't taken any step yet, but you see that lake, that's just about, I guess, 200 meters or maybe 500 meters away from our colony. But it's dying. I mean, 3 years ago it was better, today it's, and if no one takes care, 3 years down the line, we won't even see it. So we want to go and preserve that lake. The colony is willing, more than willing to take care of the lake and maintain it. That is something that we have been approaching the authorities for. That is our next step. As of now, we have not done anything yet on that. So that's on recycling. Then last is the reuse. We have had experts speaking before me, Bhaskar Garu and so on. So this is also something that we are envisaging is a water sewage treatment plant. We are looking for it. So 1,000 families, I guess, sir, should have enough water discharge, sewage discharge to take care of the colony needs. So we have again not started working on it yet. Now, so can we go back, Abhishek? So having done all this, it sounds like a lot of theory. It's not actually. I'll tell you, it's very practical, and I'm a common man who had no clue about anything. I'm a banker actually, and I had no clue about all these things. In 1 year, I have become an expert on these things. I'll tell you why. Next. I'll show you the results. And this is not any theoretical data. These are plots in our colony, plot A, B, C, D. And the blue bar is the water consumption. These are water tankers per day. So the first plot, you see, was using about 4.5 tankers per day. Post installation of water meters, that building is only using 3 tankers. And similarly, other buildings, B, C, D. It's very clear, 30% saving in water usage post installation of water meters. Very clear, very practical, very affordable. That is on water meters. Water filters. This is another game changer, as I told you. Again, 20 buildings in our colony have installed it. Recently, even this week and earlier, 2 weeks ago, we had rains, pre-monsoon rains in the colony. And during those 2 hours, 3 hours of rain, we could collect enough water so that we don't need to buy tankers for the next 3 to 4 days. And just to give you some statistics, 1 hour of rain, 10,000 liter of 10,000 square feet of roof will collect 10,000 liters of water, which is enough for 1 day water consumption for a building which has 10,000 SFT. So if you are in a smaller building, obviously your needs are smaller. We are talking of about a 5-storied building with 4 flat seats, so 20 flats. 1 hour of rain for a 20-flat apartment can collect enough water for 1 day's usage. You don't need to buy tanker water for 1 day. And 2 water tankers, about 800 rupees each, 1,600 rupees is what you save per day with 1 hour of rain. So these are the results, and you can come. You're most welcome to come to our colony and see these. Next. We have tried to share our learnings, our experience across the city. We got covered in Times of India, Indian Express, and the Telugu media also. It is working, and we have approached many bureaucrats across the city, GHMC. The other day I was talking to DCP Traffic, and he was, though he's a DCP Traffic, he was so glad to discuss these things with us. I was surprised that why is DCP Traffic interested in this, but actually he's interested. Right? So, and he's saying we should make it mandatory. GHMC should not give a permission if these water filters and meters are not installed in every apartment and flats. So that's it from my side, from Gautami and Cliff. Thank you so much.